Oh, is that nice? What up, beautiful human beings? What's happening? What's going on? Evening walk. Thought I'd invite you guys along just for a little check-in. Absolutely obsessed with the UK summer weather right now. It's like, it's so warm. It's like the just right temperature right now. And I've spoken about this before on the blog, and I'll no doubt speak about it again. But you guys know I've been back in the UK for well over a year. And one of the main benefits of this is that I've been in the same place pretty much for all of the changes of the seasons. I've been far more tuned in to the natural cycles. Oh, no way, there's a snake. Hi, it's a little mole snake. Look, a little mole snake. I think it's a mole snake. Cute. Look at him. Hi. It's okay, it's okay. I'm so glad I was vlogging in that moment. Cool. Yeah, I feel tuned in. I feel tuned into the summer season more than I've ever felt. What does summer feel like? It feels abundant. It feels energized. It feels full of life. The sun is so glorious. And it wouldn't have quite the sweetness if I hadn't have been here for the whole of winter and shed all that was needed to be shed as the energy shifted up through into spring, where I just had 3 or more months of intense grieving, crying every single day, but in the most beautiful and blissful way. It felt so good. And it feels like right now I'm receiving all of the changes externally that took place in that alchemical transmutation. It's like the transmutation happens before the transformation. Transmutation is energetic. Transformation is the change of the manifested material plane reality, the 3rd dimension. That's what I'm experiencing right now, and it's like I'm so grateful to be so present for it. And at the same time, these waves of energy that I'm feeling, that are moving through myself and the collective with everything that's happening on the world stage at the moment, is so intense. So I'm simultaneously feeling the most abundant, alive, connected, authentic, and joyful that I've maybe ever felt in my life. Super excited for life. And at the same time, like, the world is on fire, but I choose to see it in a way that is in alignment with my faith to the Creator, to God. And from that perspective, with my faith is like, faith is not belief. Belief is what we hold as most true. Faith is the energy that we pour into that belief. So when things are outside of our control and we have to surrender, we're taking a leap of faith because we're investing in a belief. Now, what that belief is, you get to choose. We get to choose. We get to choose what we believe in. And then when life asks us to have faith and let go of the need for control, trust that you don't need to know the outcome, and you couldn't know anyway, and you wouldn't want to. It would ruin the surprise, and you came here for the surprise. Now the hard part comes when one might realize that what they've been putting their faith in is actually not a sound investment. What you believed was true might not be true. Maybe, like me, you believed that COVID and the pandemic was plenty to wake up humanity. That's plenty of trauma, is it not? That's plenty of truth being revealed before our very eyes. There's plenty of incredibly obvious hypnosis and manipulation of the masses and their minds in the co-creation of our reality. And so I've been excavating myself from those types of realities that were constructed and imprinted into my psyche and into my experience as a human being, creating a framework that was very limited in my experience. And so naturally, like many people, we break out of these limited containers of identity and realities. And you do that enough times, you start to realize, like, whoa, I get to choose actually what I believe is true. And I get to choose what I believe is the most true. Because I know that I don't know really what's true most of the time. So I have to hold on to, like, have an anchor of truth, of ultimate highest truth that I believe is true, and that I have faith, and I pour my faith into that belief as a means to bring about a sense of peace and a sense of trust in life and God, reality, source, love, all of this. A spiritual level. That's kind of where I'm at with the whole spiritual stuff. I feel like I'm done talking about all the spiritual jargony stuff, and I just want to bring it down to its essence. And the essence is that our minds are so powerful that they create our reality, and together those minds are even more powerful when they're in coherence also with the heart. In the mind, we can train the mind to go, okay, let the heart take the reins, and I'm going to choose to believe that my heart knows better than my mind, even though it makes no logical sense to my mind. That I have an intuition, I have an internal guidance system. That on this walk just now was like, you should vlog, and I was like, okay, vlog, and then something comes through that wants to be said. So I trust that whoever's watching this, it's for you. And if it doesn't feel like it's for you, or only certain parts feel like they're for you, that's cool too. But this is where I'm at. I'm sharing my experience, and that I can speak to with truth, with honesty. This is my honest experience. I am feeling deep peace, nervous system relaxation, safety, and nourishment in choosing to have faith in the highest belief that everything ultimately is always going to be good. That's what I choose. So as I choose to lean into that, and I also intentionally and consciously choose to find evidence for that, using the power of my mind, using the power of my reticular activation system, which is the part of us that seeks out evidence. So the world is the world, reality is reality. It really is down to how we choose to look at it. And from the highest truth that I can imagine or think about or conceptualize in my experience is that we are all one. Everything is connected. I am you, you are me, I am the sun, you are the sun, you are the clouds, you are all of it, and this is impossible for us to be separate. The only way that we can be separate is in our falsified experience of belief in separation. Getting so wound up and caught up in the idea of being a Benjamin, being a somebody, that I completely miss the unity aspect. And because I hadn't connected that dot, or it took me many years to connect that dot, I would continue consciously and mostly subconsciously creating more separation through my choices and through my beliefs, because I believed 100% in my ego that I existed separately from all of this, separately from the earth, separately from God. That simply couldn't be further from the truth. So then I'm like, what else is not true? What other boxes have I been put in or agreed to being put in that don't feel right anymore? My sexuality. I'm feeling super bi-curious. And it feels really good. It feels really fun to like be honest with myself about that. Not that I was ever hiding it, it's just something I've been feeling into as like, yeah, I don't think it's really about gender for me actually, quite so much. So that's news. Exclusive content is going very well, to say the least. What am I saying here? What I'm saying here is like, I feel so rooted in my spiritual practices and my sense of self through my spiritual practices that the collapse of the Western world is not interfering with my own experience of the reality that I am so blessed to be experiencing, especially when I compare it to how most people are experiencing the world right now in reality. I feel so lucky to have fucking fallen off my motorcycle all those years ago and to have been just like thrown onto this path, seemingly, even though it was me throwing myself onto this crazy path of like truth seeking and psychedelics and fucking new relationships and conscious relationships and like tantra, and wow, the universe, my world just went boom and exploded out, like more like my bubble burst. Actually a little bit before then I realized that there's a lot of like hectic people in the world doing a lot of fucking hectic stuff that I did not have a fucking clue about, really. Yeah, it's super interesting to go on the journey of awakening where one of the first things is like, right, I'm into the fucking conspiracy theories now. I'm seeking truth. And you realize that like the reason they even have a category called conspiracy theories is because there's just this whole plethora of information that leads to conclusions about things that if they were true and people actually acknowledge the truth of them, it would fundamentally dismantle the system of lies and manipulation that like is being revealed at the moment. This dark system, this parasitic, self-eating, self-hating, self-harming entity that's in the human mind. And if I'm being brutally honest, it's only in the reconciling of that within myself, which is an ongoing fucking process. And it's now moving into a space of like, oh, I think I'm decolonizing myself and seeing where I am actually subtly perpetuating more trauma through my own conditioning. So that's not a topic that most people really want to go into or talk about, but it's super real in my experience at the moment, coming from a compassionate space, not like a shaming and blaming space. Yeah, so it's like, what else can I really do for the world? If I really want to end colonization, I've got to do it within myself, I guess. Anyway, it's sunset, it's gorgeous out here, look at it. Just going down to watch sunset on on this little lake down here. Summer solstice on Saturday. Maybe go and see if I can find some kind of cool drumming circle and find all my beautiful hippie friends. I certainly feel like I'm in an energy of celebration within myself. I'm also really working on like not getting too hyperactive and sending that energy out all over the place. Like you guys have seen me on the vlogs, when I get excited about something, I fucking get lit about it, and all of this energy comes through and I just go pa 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 pa. And that's fun. But like I'm also wanting to, now I'm like working on allowing that energy to come up, and then I breathe it into all my cells and absorb it and like allow myself to actually like really be nourished by it. I love living here. Dorset. Feels like I'm also letting go of a lot of these like sort of new age spiritual frameworks for how somebody should be spiritual. And I'm just being a human, and I'm just being myself. Yeah, certainly with the exclusive content choice. It feels so liberating. It feels just like this place where I can share this journey of inner exploration into my more intimate aspects. Anyway, love you guys. Peace.